budding startup as a management and engineering students who have been studying in this prestigious college. I also would like to give thanks to Honorable Dr. C. Kanagraj sir, who is HOD from Biotechnology section, convener of IIC. It is my great privilege in front of all of you that today our topic is entrepreneurship, innovation, and leadership development. It's really very interesting topic towards betterment of any country who have been lagging behind the growth and continuous development for the nation. How we can think about entrepreneurship. First, we have to understand what is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise along with any of its uncertainties in order to make a profit and societal growth. The most important importance of this that in economy, entrepreneurship connected with land, labor, natural resources, and capital can generate a profit. The entrepreneur vision is defined by discovery and risk-taking abilities that is in an indispensable part of nation's capacity to succeed in an ever changing and more competitive global marketplace. This is very much important to understand the first meaning of that entrepreneur. In a short, I would like to brief about the importance of this real meaning of entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is defined as someone who has the ability and desire to establish, administer, and succeed in a startup venture along with risk entitled to it and make profit. The best example of entrepreneurship is the starting of a new business venture or any startup enterprise. The entrepreneurs are often known as a source of new ideas. It means who each entrepreneur, definitely that particular individual have innovative abilities. And source of their new ideas are implemented in their particular startup or enterprise and bring new ideas in the market by replacing old with a new USP, innovation, or we can say any best services compared to other existing market which is already going on in that particular services or product what you are going to be launched. And definitely in a short, anyone who has the will and determination, because will and determination both are very much important for going into entrepreneurship. Who have will and determination but don't have that particular financial abilities, leadership qualities, which we will go in more detail today because our topic is focused more on leadership innovation. How we can develop all this thread within ourselves, because only will, power, and determination is not enough for successful entrepreneur. So definitely I would describe these four types of entrepreneurship that in a short we can understand. One, we can see around us, that is small business entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship we already understand. I will not go into more detail. Small business entrepreneurship we can see like travel agent, normally consultant, grocery store, plumber around you, electrician. These all are small business entrepreneurs. Second one, scalable startup entrepreneurship. This startup entrepreneur start a business knowing that their vision can change the world. They attract great investors who think and encourage people who think out of the box. Because this is very much important to understand, the research focuses on a scalable business and experimental model, so they can hire and the best and brightest employees. Because for scalable startup entrepreneurship, this is very much important to attract the great employee, and they require more venture capital to fuel and back their project or business. So in scalable startup entrepreneurship, we can see so many startups who have been started in 2019 to 21 till that. Various startups are going to be boosted at present in India. And if we look at C, in the third stage of entrepreneurship, that is large company entrepreneurship.
Excuse me, sir.
These huge companies have defined. Am I audible clear?
Yes, sir. But did you have a PPT, sir? Is there PPT means please share?
Yeah, PPTs also I am having, but actually that is the more focus on understanding, and I am in some network issue, so that's why it would be a
Okay, sir.
problematic.
No issue, sir. Proceed, sir.
Yeah. So in a third point, if you look at C, that is the entrepreneurship, large company entrepreneurship. These huge companies have defined life cycle. Most of these companies grow and sustain by offering new and innovative product. The change in technology, customer preferences, new competition, etc. Build pressure for large companies to create an innovative product and sell it to the new set of customer in the new market. To cope up with the rapid technological changes and the existing organization, which either by innovation enterprises or attempt to construct the product internally. So this is inclusion of all this under large company entrepreneurship. Last one, that is social entrepreneurship. This type of entrepreneurship, we can understand that startup or organization based on social problem. They are created more and more based on that problem surrounding your area, and that problem you can resolve from your social entrepreneurship. Like we can see MadCode, it's a very important startup recently. Zomato, we can see that is one individual having the problem to get services of their choice food and on the time deliver, that is by Zomato and Swiggy, we can see. Social entrepreneurship also we can see like Mila, one of the very great startup. So that is very much popular. So to helping the people who have need of that particular funding in that there any particular diseases, that Mila is just very great platform for all needy candidates, their families, for communities, empowering. That is the main motto of Mila. And good donator organization, they have connected with Mila, and in the end of that needy communities or any particular family who need the fund for particular issues, they get easily. And this is the social entrepreneurship that we can see as an example. So now I would like to go in brief of characteristics of entrepreneurship, because we can see there are plenty of examples around the world that every entrepreneur never succeed. There are so many causes behind that. And to succeed in that particular entrepreneurship, definitely that defined characteristic should be at that level where they can achieve higher success in their entrepreneurship. So this is very much important to understand. There are few qualities that I am going to explain you, which are very much important to understand characteristics of entrepreneurship, which is very, very important. First, innovation. Definitely, it's very important skill set and your characteristic that you have to be very innovative in your services, either in your product, whatever best services solutions you can provide to your end customer. Because if particular existing market is already there in your field of services or product, but you have innovation in your delivering that particular services or quality of your product with innovative test on particular solution of your services, but something innovation is there in your product or services, definitely you will be a successful in your entrepreneurship. But single this is not important. After that, you have to be much more risk taker, ability to take a risk. This is the second characteristic that I would like to mention. First one, innovation. Second one, ability to risk. Because starting any venture that involves a considerable amount of failure risk, definitely. As if we look at see that an entrepreneur needs to be very courageous and able to evaluate and take a risk, because this is the very essential part of being an entrepreneur. If you don't have risk taking ability, I don't think that first you will think about entrepreneur. No. So definitely you are innovator. You may be very innovative. Daily new and new ideas come into your mind. But have you seen those people who have taken that entry in entrepreneurship? No, because they just stuck with that taking a risk So this is the very important. You have to be develop ability to take risk. Without risk, there is no honey. So we can understand this is very much important. And third one, that you have to be very open-minded. Third characteristic, if you are very open-minded, you are very, like having very inclusive thought within yourself and inner potential of your mindset, that how you can be in every circumstances can be a very opportunistic and used for your benefit of that particular idea, because very open-minded persons and being a very opportunistic person, definitely that person's always be a success in that entrepreneurship. For example, we can say like Paytm recognized the gravity of demonetization and acknowledge the need for online transaction that is increases day by day, we can understand. So that Paytm utilized that solution with particular situation and expanded massively during that time, and continuous it is going on. And now others based on same principle, new startups have been established, right? So this is very much important, how much you will be a great visionary, because Paytm understand the vision of upcoming generation, that where they need that particular online transaction facility, and whole platform will be under one roof. So we can see various services are under one roof in Paytm, and Paytm innovating day by day because competition going on. So now you have to understand also that within a visionary quality, you have to be also innovate, that I already told in a first point, innovate, because you have to continuous innovate your product and services. Nothing you will be not stay in the market. It is not possible because other competitor will fail you. So continuous innovation is very essential. That is the first point. Second point that I told you, that you have to be tech enter in new product services more and more under your business by taking an ability of develop this ability to take a risk. Then you have to be very open minded to apply your thought and very curious about learning also, because as you will learn, automatically you will develop your thought and you will apply. Then next, visionary and leadership quality, that is very much important, because if you are not having visionary quality, definitely you cannot judge what would be happen after next 5 years, after 10 years. So you have to be visionary, that you can see by your experiences, by taking your risk abilities, by your innovation, by your open-minded thought that you have applied slowly, automatically you will get confidence. So you will be able to see the vision, because you are very open-minded, you are working with people, you already implemented your thought based on some research, apply those principles slowly in your business with based on innovation. Automatically as result goes on, automatically you will be set your vision that okay, now you have to reach on that level. You have to, because you are reading the customer centric ability, that how customers are thinking, how they are behaving, how they are they are motivating, that you can provide them their particular problem solution, right? So that is very much important. Now, next very much important characteristic of entrepreneur, that is that entrepreneur should be much more flexible, not rigid. You have to be very much flexible in your thought implementation, in your working functionality, because flexibility is very important to adopt the change. To be on the top, a business person should be equipped to embrace change in a product and services as and when required. So this is very much important, that you have to be very flexible in your nature, so that you can apply the innovation and you can make some required changes time to time. Your rigid nature will diminish all these things. Maybe your business may fail. So you have to be very flexible if you want to succeed in entrepreneurship. Now, your product should be acknowledged by you. Next, ability to be a successful in entrepreneur, that know your product in well-defined manner. A company owner should always know the product offering and also be aware of latest trends in the market, what is going on, because it is very essential to know if the available product or services meets the demand of your customer or your current market, whether it is time to tweak it a little, because being able to accountable and then alter as needed is a vital part of entrepreneurship. If you look at see that ability to develop your leadership skills, because all entrepreneurs should develop that leadership skill innovation. I would like to brief few 7 key leadership skills for entrepreneur. Now, and the point, this is very much important to understand that leadership is almost 100% about managing people, and having great ideas and a strategic vision would not get you far if your employees are not willing to follow you. So great leadership qualities are very much important to understand and to follow that. So first, leadership skills that you have to develop, I already mentioned in the characteristic, that is the first skill, that to develop a strategic vision. Your vision should be very, very strategic in your nature. That should be defined clearly. As we can understand that your passion and great business idea are not enough to succeed in your business. You need a strategy which can be a very fruitful for next 5 to 10 years. You have to understand the plan, agenda, objective of your organization. Plan where you want your business to be in next 5 years, in 10 years, and how you are going to take it there. That plan also should be framed out. right? So this is very much important. Second point, for developing leadership skill for entrepreneurs, that is communicate with transparency. Transparency should be in your thought, in your ideas, in your working functionaries, whatever commitment you are doing, that should be fulfilled. Share your successes and failures with your people. Inform clearly. Transmitted gives them context and a sense of belonging to the organization. It should be feel from your heart that there is some attachment of your employee within their organization, and definitely it will increase your productivity within your organization. It will increase your leadership, because as you will give combination of belongingness and ability to attachment with your organization, with your customers, then this is very much important to get into the higher level of leadership. Spot and retain the best talent within your organization. This is very much important point to increase your leadership. Always value the talent people. Always value the talent pool in your organization already working. You have to provide the specified growth to those people. Your leadership will increase automatically. Quality talented people always required by every organization, and great leader always judge to those persons who are having that talent, who are working specifically in that segment, and your business is as successful as the people working in it. Great leaders who created successful company have one thing in common: they surround themselves with talented, courageous, loyal people. Once you have recruited them, invest in their development also. Like, we can say one example that so some noise is going on, I think.
Sorry, sir. Will move.
Sir, voice coming actually.
Now it's okay, sir.
Yeah. So
Sir, we can't hear your voice, sir.
Okay. Just I'm going to share PPT actually.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Dear participants, kindly wait. There is some technical issue. Please be wait. Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. Just actually rain is going on, so that's why due to network issue, I thought that Sir, is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we already come to know that what is the leadership. Actually, due to some technical issues, I was not able to run my PPT. I already prepared that, but some network issue and here weather issue, so that's why. So art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal that we all know, that is the leadership. Now, what skill skills good leaders that needed, because today our topic is just based upon all these things, that what leadership and innovation ability we can develop within ourselves, and that is the main skill set for good leaders who needed that what first off strategic thinking, that I already told you, planning and delivery, planning how to achieve your vision and dealing with challenges along with them. People management, finding the right people and motivating them, I already discussed about that. Change management, recognizing, responding and managing changes to your vision and plans. Communication, working on the best ways to communicate your vision to others and listening to ideas and implement those in your organization. Persuasion and influence, definitely encouraging others to be achieve their vision and screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible. It's not audible, sir. Dear participants, due to the poor connectivity, so the network issues is going on. He will try to join again for the bad network connectivity. Participants, wait for a few minutes. Dear participants, due to the poor network connectivity of his place, he can't able to rejoin. So we'll conclude the session, today's session. So sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. So due to the poor weather, so he can't able to connect. So tomorrow sessions we are going to plan for the startup and opportunities and business development is the interesting persons Dr. Sujit Bhattaria. So he is from Gwalior. So he is going to present the startup and opportunity and business development tomorrow. So all of you join. So he come again. Yeah, he'll join. He'll join. Arvind sir, please enable him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So sometimes the online sessions are happening like that, unfortunately. Sir, connect him.
Sir,
Yeah.
actually connected, sir.
Sir,
Yeah,
connected.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Actually muted by your, I think side. I was not getting how to unmute myself. My voice was not clear at the time. Reach up to you. Now, is it okay?
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Can you, sir? All are there. Can you, sir?
Yeah. PPT clear to everyone?
Yes, it's visible, sir.
Yeah. So we were continuing again, and the now that how leadership exists, that we can understand by this, and automatically your follows increase. Leadership theories, we already, I think everyone know this basic leadership theories. If don't know in details, I would like not go more details about that all this, but these are the main theory that is the very much popular in management, that great man theory, trait theory, contingency theory, and situational theory and behavioral theory. That you have to understand this leadership theory so that you can judge your leadership abilities and groom to yourself accordingly. Now it come into the force for features of academic leadership, because we mostly current audience are, I think, faculties and students, and it's time to develop leadership for academicians, how their leadership behaviors can change. That is the first, management and administration, planning and policy development, networking within your university's institution, commitment and positional your power. That is the main important, that how you are going to do your finance management, how you responding to ad hoc requests, your mission achievement till that, your academic vision achievement, what you have done, that you can note it down and you can groom to yourself by this indicator, developing disciplines, pushing up rankings. Automatically, as administration, planning and policy development will, your academic leadership will develop, your institution ranking will automatically on the top. Building a good relationship, understanding colleges, supporting colleges, trust and your loyalty, how you are loyal within your society, your stakeholders, students, everyone. Having influences, lead and guide with examples. Now, how leadership affect innovation? That is the question. We can understand that innovative leaders have a vision of the future, looking not just for immediate success, but also at long-term goals. And definitely, these are the very important point to understand, that how you can judge your leadership abilities, that don't doubt your ability to succeed. Be caring, be innovative in changing circumstances. When assigning the task, I consider people's skill and interest. Know your capabilities by SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Your action plan should show what you want from the people. Set clear goals. Promote your teamwork. Plan well for the future and welcome criticism always. For good leaders, this is the very important objective to develop yourself. Always welcome criticism. Teams perform best when individuals keep doing the same task and perfecting them. So lead by action. This is very much important. Instead of learning new skills and challenging themselves, leading by example is the best way to do this. So always lead by your action. Action speaks more than your word. Doing the right thing, what we rarely see, however, are stories about the numerous companies that are managed by ethical leaders. These leaders do the right thing at the right time, with right people, with right reason. That is the very important. They put their ethics because before the bottom line, and as a result, they have dedicated teams what would do almost anything of them. So, of course, leadership is just, trust is the force that connect leaders from the people. That is the very important during your leadership. Appreciate and motivate. You need to be the very responsible. Take responsibility. If you either you win or you lose, you have to be a responsible. Just because you are driving the bus doesn't mean you have the right to run people over. Definitely. Ensure positive environment. Continue your passion. Great leaders know they don't have all the answers. Definitely. Keep quiet sometime. Listen to others also. Success is a process, not the destination. So focus on solution and not complaint. These are the few leaders quality in the short and brief I would like to mention over all of you. You can understand, you can note it down also for your future developments. That is the first one, high self-image, desire to do something, positive attitude that leaders should be a very visionary, leaders should be able to fulfill their commitment. So there should be a very committed responsibility to handle all of that responsibility, and that should be a very responsible person. Accountability, hardworking, enthusiasm, dependability, sincerity. Definitely, one leader should be a very sincere during his or her approach. Flexibility, that should, I already told you in earlier, and discipline, they should be very disciplined in their nature, their working environment. Risk taking abilities, I already mentioned you earlier, that innovative ability, that is the first point, that leaders should be innovate. What values they have to be give to, because as a leader you have to be value and you have to maintain all the things in your life, personally, family, professional, social, spiritual, all question you have to be understand, and you have to make values for, you have to spend some time for everyone. Personal and professional values, that personal ethics, you have to maintain all these things. Ability, courage, credibility, dependability, honesty, integrity. Now in professional ethics, quality of services, sincerity, customer satisfaction, be loyal always, honesty, understanding to your customer approaches, your employees, and accountability during win or lose. You have to be accountable, you have to be very responsible for your result. So how do you recognize this all dilemma? You can recognize by this particular identity that trigger situation, what you face, prepare in advance, listen to your inner voice, you will understand all dilemma. So always develop intrinsic motivation within yourself and listen your inner voice. Reevaluate your decision before you act. Definitely, it's very much important. So in a short, now in the end of my PPT, I would like to give this punchline which I have prepared especially for all young generation and newly young in startup, that they have to understand life is all about challenges. Take it. Life is all about happiness. Give it. Life is all about diversified experiences. Enjoy it. And life is all about innovation. Try to do it. Life is all about impossible. Let us try to make it possible. We can see this all corporate leaders who had make that every impossibility into possible. You can see all this. I think most of participants know about all these pictures. Great leaders are here. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving a wonderful sessions. Arvind, sir, over to you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the presentation. So, dear
Any
audience.
question for 2 to 3 minutes? You can take it. No problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, dear participants, if you are having any questions related to this entrepreneurship or innovation or leadership, you can ask. And for sorry for the inconvenience. So I hope if you are having any clarifications, I will be answering to your questions.
Yeah.
So if you are having any questions, please ask. So. So if you're having any doubts, you can just use the hand raise option in the Teams. So we will allow your mic. We will enable your mic. You can talk or you can ask your. Or even you can post your doubts in the chat box.
Sir, video can be replay. I'm trying to replay one video.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Proceed, sir.
Yeah. How one can motivate for India development. This is very much important.
Yeah, now
And
it's
we have
moving.
to understand our attitude building. We have to change ourselves. Voice will directly come into force, or I have to click or something directly after sharing.
After sharing, you should click the play.
Okay. Voice will automatically come, or I have to add something. Just
Better,
tell me
you
voice
should
is
switch
coming.
off your camera, sir. We can get a better bandwidth.
Voice is coming. Sir, please tell me voice is coming.
Sir,
Sir, no, sir. The video is not playing, sir. Sir,
Now,
you can better turn off your camera, sir. There, so you can get a better network, sir.
sir, if you can't able to share, means we can put the session, sir. Arvind, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Sir,
we
I
can
think,
conclude.
yes, sir, yes, sir. We can conclude, sir.
sir, video is showing or not?
No, sir, not showing. It's a
Oh my
hanging
God.
of screen.
Okay. That's why I was thinking actually that video is replay or not properly. I think due to network issue, I think it is not going to load it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, no issue, no problem.
Okay. Ah, okay.
You can keep continue if any
Yeah.
question I can.
Arvind, sir, confirm.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it is such an honor and for me to get the opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. So on behalf of Ratinam College of Arts and Science, I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates of this faculty development program for their presence and contribution to make this today's session a great success. I extend my gratitude to our honorable resource person, Shri Dr. Nayan Prakash Gandhi, a global management leadership and career strategy startup coach, Board of Director ECNLP Austria, and International Advisor of University of Accra, Ghana, to take out the time from his busy schedule to grace the event. And thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words, sir, on this special day. And a special thank to our beloved Principal Dr. R. Muralidharan for providing immense support to make this today's session successful. Thank you, sir. And I would like to thank our Secretary and CEO Dr. R. Manikam for his support. Thank you, sir. And also I would like to thank our Deans of School of Science and Dean of Research, Dr. KFTV Sabris for his support. Thank you, sir. And I heartily thank our conveners of the program, Dr. T.M. Hemalada, Dean of School of Commerce, and Dr. C. Kanagaraj, convener of IAC and HOD of Biotechnology, for guiding us. Thank you, sir. And I would like to thank this FTP organizing secretary, Dr. S. Saravana Kumar, HOD of Commerce, and also the committee members for organizing this wonderful event. Thank you, sir, and team. And last but not least, I thank all the participants for their active participation. And thank you, everyone, once again making this session a great success. And sorry for this today inconvenience. So tomorrow in upcoming session, we will ensure that this won't happen again. So thank you, participants, for being patient throughout the session. Thank you. We will meet.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. I'm very happy to have your presentations. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, actually, sir, due to some here weather issue, networking problems, so
Yes,
I
sir,
have prepared everything, your
understanding.
presentation and some video format trainings also I have prepared, but everything was there, but due to that here weather issue, I was not able to share. So sorry to all of participants that because it's just we have to accept the era of technology that we are going to use, and definitely it is just adapt to change that how we can go up with all these problems, because this is the part of the training also, that we have to understand the problems of technical any difficulties, and we have to understand all these things, because this is the major crucial demerits of technology, that if it happens that we just disturb in all of that learning, and decrease our motivation and something. So it may be problem to all of you, but we know that this is the raining season is going on, so weather is continuous bad everywhere. So no issue, keep continue.
Sure.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
We
If
will make some
anything, any
programs.
queries for entrepreneurship, I would like to give special any more knowledge eager consulting anything from any students they are looking for guiding their startup or entrepreneurship stage, they can contact me. My mail id is always here, so you can keep in touch, and any advising any guidance from my side for entrepreneurship startup development, I would always prefer to give that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.